This is the extended version of your feelings versus their feelings. Hello, I'm Avalon Kisby and this is a new channel for me. I'm still trying to work out how to make it fluid between TikTok and YouTube, so you'll have to bear with me in the way that I film until I've got things set up properly. But many of you have asked for longer videos and this is the way that I thought that I could put them together for you. So as a very, very quick recap, where we are in this so far is we've had the Queen of Cups and we've had the Lovers pulled out as your feelings. So for you, you're known as being highly empathic, warm, caring, someone who is very in tune with their soul path and is very confident in the way that they're moving forward. Now this relationship that we're talking about is one that there is huge desire and attraction between the two of you. You can see from the card here the richness in the colors. You can sense the magnetism here. There is also, we were talking about here, the curtain being representing that not all things have yet been revealed as to the, what the results of this relationship are. However, with the angel on the curtain here, this is showing that this is a highly protected union over the two of you. Okay, now to go on to where they are in their feelings, they also see you as the Queen of Rods. We also had the Ten of Blades, and the card we haven't yet talked about is the Page of Cups. So this is how they view you. Again, they have a lot of passion for you. You're very magnetic. They may know that you're very spiritually in tune. And there may be a spiritual connection between the two of you. They also recognize that you are someone who really values your time and energy and are very selective on who you let in, especially within your sexual energy. They value this about you and respect that, okay? Now we had the Ten of Swords. This could come up as a few different meanings. All cards have multiple meanings. But what I was picking up on this is one, that you have high boundaries. Okay, like I say, you're very selective on who you allow to come into your energetic frequency. Now, the other part of this is that they may be having some closures happening on their end. There could be some challenges, some difficulties that they are in a cycle of releasing at this particular time. This card also does show up occasionally when there are such things as secrets. And the reason that they would be keeping these secrets is not to harm you, more so as protection, I feel, okay? So whether that is a right thing for them to do or a wrong thing, they've chosen that that is the right thing to do at this particular time. And I don't believe that this secret is something that they'll keep forever. It will be revealed to you in due time. Maybe that's what we were talking about in this curtain here. Now, as far as the Page of Cups, the Page of Cups is a very sweet card, okay? So a lot of people say that it's the wishy-washy card. I prefer to see it as a card of miracles, of expecting the unexpected. All right, in a regular deck, you will see this card. There'll be the page, that he'll be holding a cup, and there'll be a seagull that's flying by, and it will drop a fish into the cup. Now, for those that I've done personal readings, you'll have heard my analogy to you on this. First of all, seagulls are scavengers. They do not let go of their food, okay? They're quite aggressive in how they feed. Okay, so the idea that a seagull would first drop the fish, and secondly that it would land into the Page of Cups cup that he was holding out, is incredibly unlikely. What it's saying in that card is, if you were to translate the illustration, is to say that although the odds may seem against a certain situation or an outcome, it's saying that however improbable, these things can still happen, okay? So the Page of Cups here also can be talking about them wanting to come in with some sort of message to you. Pages are the messengers, okay? And the cups are all about emotions and feelings. So they may want to come in and share something with you. Again, it could be something related to the secret. Let's pick another card from yours and then from theirs. So from yours, we have the Eight of Wands. From theirs, we have the Four of Blades. Now, in the TikTok reading that I did earlier, I did mention that the Queen of Cups sometimes shows up as a card to indicate that there has been love at first sight. Now, whether that's love at first sight from your side, from their side, or from both of you, this card again kind of signifies that that might be the case. These are meant to be similar to Cupid's arrows, okay? And Cupid's arrow, when that hits, you know what happens. There's instant feelings. And this is a feeling of being swept off your feet, of things moving forward. It's also a card of communication, of very direct communication. So I have a feeling that you're very direct with this person in a very sweet way, though. Maybe in a way that they have not experienced before. I feel the energy that I get from your pile is one of someone who is extremely genuine. They are very selective on who they allow in their bubble, but if you're in that inner circle with them, then they are completely honest with you and hide no part of themselves from you. This is, like I say, a card of forward movement. So you may be feeling that this relationship is moving forward, that you know, you can see the direction of this, and you're trusting in this. Okay. Now with the Four of Blades here in their part, how they are feeling, it kind of goes back to this. Remember when we were saying maybe withholding something from you? Again, I don't feel it's malicious. Okay, the Four of Swords talks about somebody who's taking rest. Okay, it's also talking about somebody who's going for a transformation at one point. Now in the extended video that I did yesterday when we were talking about twin flames and soulmates, I mentioned that often there's one in a relationship that kind of moves ahead, and then there's this ladder, this rung where you each are, you know, you take it in turns. Okay, so it could be that once again you might be slightly ahead of what is happening. You might be, because you are the Queen of Cups, you empathically know what's going to happen next. Okay, you may be able to be very psychic and in tune to this. Okay, now you may have gone through huge transformations over this last year, and this person is going through their own transformation at this time. All right, so to be aware of that. Now on your feelings we have the Wheel of Fortune, and on their feelings we have the Strength card. Do you notice that there's actually quite a few major arcana that are showing up in this particular reading? So I love the illustration on this. Okay, so the Wheel of Fate is always turning, and sometimes it's your turn, and sometimes, you know, sometimes you're going up and around the circle, and sometimes you're coming down the circle. All right, this is saying with the Wheel of Fortune, it's in the upright position. Everything is set for go for you. Everything is in your favor at this particular time. I was going to tell you the story of Ariane Rod. This deck here is by Llewellyn. It's a Welsh deck that I'm absolutely in love with. I was going to tell you another time, I'll maybe tell you the story of Ariane Rod, who is depicted here in this, and she is the one who holds the thread that ties everything together in this tapestry called life. Okay, but it's a never-ending circle. The Wheel of Fortune, expect the most wonderful things. Remember we had here the Page of Cups, where I said to expect the unexpected. This is kind of saying the same thing. Expect the unexpected. There are beautiful and magnificent things that are coming your way in so many different areas of your life. I feel like, yes, we are talking about a relationship here, yes, but I also feel that this Wheel of Fortune is expanding out into other areas of your life. This can be career, this can be finances, this can be your own personal development and coming to be the very best version of yourself. Okay, so absolutely magnificent cards for you that have shown. Now remember, we had left off here with their feelings, that they are going through some sort of transformation. Often when people are going through a transformation, they go into that cocoon phase where they kind of hold things back in. Again, with this card here, the Strength card has now shown up for them, okay? Now, in this particular deck, you can see that the Strength card here, this is the femur bone, the strongest bone in the body. So this person has a lot of strength and grit within them, okay? Are they going to get through this transformation? Absolutely they are, and they're going to come out a much better person, okay? They have been through their fair share of challenges here with this, all right? Now, most divine counterparts have not had easy lives, okay? So that when they come together, they can really have a deep appreciation of each other. In a traditional deck, this is seen as like there's a woman and she's with a lion, and it's talking about, if you've ever seen the well, I have shown them on TikTok, but there's the before the tarot, and then there's the regular tarot, and then there's the after the tarot. In the before the tarot, you can see that the person, the woman and the lion are standing apart from each other, and they're very nervous of each other, okay? In the regular tarot, they've come together and the woman has put the wreath that she's holding over the lion's neck, okay? Which is very symbolic of them learning to trust each other. In the after the tarot card, not only is the wreath over the neck, but they are hugging each other, they're in a deep embrace. There is an infinity symbol that is above their heads, showing that there has been an eternal connection. And it is showing that once they have come to this trust of each other, they become absolutely inseparable to each other. The strength that they have together in their bond is completely unbreakable and it's eternal. Let's just pull one last card for each, okay? So I love this. Okay, we have the Six of Cups. Okay, for your feelings, I'll come back to that. And then for their feelings here, we have the Six of Coins, okay? All right, this is beautiful energy. The Six of Cups, now the reason I love this card so much, if you'll have seen my TikToks, which many of you are coming to YouTube from TikTok, you will know that Six of Cups and Two of Cups are soulmate cards to me. This person feels like a soulmate. When I was just talking about eternal connections, this may be somebody that you have lived many, many, many lifetimes with. And you may feel this, like when I said love at first sight, there could be recognition at first sight, knowing soul recognition on deep, deep level, knowing that this person is extremely special to you, okay? And this feeling of when you're together, there's this absolute safety. When you're together, there's this overflowing love for each other. There's that unconditional love that I had mentioned or talked about in yesterday's video. And there is this playfulness. It's a very unique energy to soulmates in that I like to think of it as almost mischievous, naughty and mischievous, because there are secrets that only you two will share together ever. And it's a play, you play together, okay? It's a fun relationship that you have. Now, with this Six of Pentacles on their side is mirrored energy. Do you see what we see in the top is then reflected in the bottom? It's beautiful, okay? The Six of Pentacles is also a card of trying to find balance. So this person, whatever they're going through right now, they're trying to find some sort of balance within their life, within this relationship. And, you know, I do see it being very, very successful. Let me pull one more card though. I said last time that we were going to do one card. Let me just pull one card shuffled from this deck here to see what the outcome is going to be between this relationship. To me, it's extremely positive. Most definitely the mindset that you're in is carrying this forward. They have a wonderful mindset too. They have more things going on, things that you might have resolved in your life that they are catching up with, okay? So what is the outcome, please, Spirit? What is the outcome for this beautiful connection? We have the Four of Pentacles. Four of Pentacles. This is, we have the King of Wands at the bottom here as well. We'll maybe take that into consideration. Remember that we'd had the Queen of Wands before. So, but let me talk about this card here first, the Four of Pentacles. Now, yes, traditionally this does mean someone who's selfish and who's holding on. However, I translate it a little bit differently. Yes, it can be seen in that, but I have to take into consideration all the surrounding cards with this. And to me, this is a card of value. Knowing your value, knowing the value of this relationship, and holding on to it. That's what I see from this, okay? And from this comes all of this prosperity. This does not seem like a negative card to me at all, where in some decks I would read it differently, but in this deck, again, it's one of richness, it's one of focus, and it's one of, like I say, of valuing this relationship and holding on to it. The King of Wands, like I say, that you had shown up as the Queen of Wands, and here they are now showing up as a counterpart, as the King of Wands, okay? Someone who has elevated themselves, who is in contact with their spirit guides. You see how we have the little chameleon down here? The stick here, well, it represents many things, of course, but it can be, like I say, being very in touch with the spiritual side, the spiritual connection of this. They may be very guided at this time, or they are very guided at this time on their path. I thank you so much for joining me here today. I would love to invite you to follow. I'm going to attempt to do extended versions, not just extended versions on here, but ones specifically that I create for YouTube. Okay, so I would love to see you here. Much love to each of you.